He can win a lot. He can win the ball in the clearance situation, though.
Knight closing in here at Subi. Sandilands with a double-handed knockdown and get. Pavlich to Hill. Couldn't quite get onto that left boot. Lovely little right foot chip though to Crowley.
Looks like Crowley's gone to Bartel for this second half.
Crowley long. Here comes Clark. Got to jump over Enright. Well to spoil the ball and not infringe. Gee, did well Lonergan to hang on. Spun in the tackle and still had the composure to get a boot to it. Main, Pavlich and now Fyfe. High ball by Fyfe. It's all one-on-one down there. Harry Taylor. Guthrie, been impressive. Out wide to Kelly and now Corey. Corey to Chapman. He's under pressure from behind. Crowley. Clark was at 15. The umpire says yes. He kicked one from there earlier in the game. Pavlich to Main. Main goes backwards. Mazungu sold some foot candy. Come in and let it rip. And he's hit the post.
Thought Pav could have almost wound up there, Das, on his right foot from 50. Chose the unselfish option. Just couldn't quite hit his target inside 50.
Just half a hesitation on the play on as well, Richo. Yeah. Zach Clark had it, they had a one-on-one in the goal square. That's the difference for me. The Cats, they're just relentless in their confidence in playing on with the ball.
Mellington, was he infringed? A knock on the arms. Knock high, said the umpire, against Johnson. And Mellington will get a look at the big ones.
Fair in the scone.
There you go. On the umpire, fair in the scone, and he did too. How would Stevie Johnson try to plead his innocence there?
Thanks, Dolly.
It's amazing when you're on the footy field. You never think that you do anything wrong, though, Das, do you? No matter how obvious it looks.
And no matter how many times you try and you say, have a look at the replay screen, umpire, you're kidding yourself.
You got 2 metres, mate.
I don't think they've ever reversed one.
Never, ever come back your way, ever.
Kicked a very composed goal in the first quarter, this young man, Mellington. And here he is with a really important one for the start of the Fremantle Dockers in this second quarter. Comes in, kick on the way is good. He's measured that absolutely brilliantly. Mellington's got a couple.
Boys, just keep an eye on Josh Hill out of this bounce. He's just been flexing the right quad. I think he got the first clearance of this quarter, but he's not been running free the last 2 or 3 minutes.
Yep, Stephen Hill there. Keep an eye on him, Doc. Over the top, Crowley. In the Bradley direction. Can he keep Taylor at bay? Couldn't quite grab it. Protected the drop zone nicely. Couldn't quite get there for the fall of the ball. Handball now to Fyfe. Around the corner to Bohr. And over the top, Guthrie was good defensively. Harry Taylor took it out of bounds, though.
I like the way that they've set up at the start of this third quarter, Fremantle. For the first half, they had one of their half-court flankers rolling up to the wing, which left a free Geelong defender. It's 1-on-1, 6-on-6 inside both 50s.
It'd be a blow if they lost Stephen Hill, because when this game does break open sometime in this second half, Richo, he's the one you want running in space, and it will break open.
No doubt. When the players get tired, we've seen it.
There's Zach Clark playing in the goal square. A lot of talking for the umpires tonight. Dean Marr gets there really vocal, but the man that is their gun, has been forever, I haven't seen him one out in the goal square. I know it's a broken record thing to say, but when you get the elite performer down there, at least give him a chance for a part of this game.
Once you had Lee Taylor involved, but Fremantle look hell-bent on keeping it in their half of the ground. They'll go against Subban.
With due respect to Kevin Bradley and Zach Clark, who are going to be competitive, Pav is the man that can kick 3 in 10 minutes.
Well, he's coming off the ground now, Pavlich, for a spell.
Oh, Josh, thank you.
Well, he's part of the midfield rotations at the start of this quarter, but if you kick 500 goals in AFL footy, not many people have done that, and he's a proven goal kicker.
Chapman around Mellington, far too easy there. Bartel and Hill find the handball. Motlop over the top. Here's West. The big man's got to do it. Around the corner. Did he have too much on it? Gee, the goal umpire was out of position. Behind, he got it right, but he was heading in the opposite direction to the ball. Fremantle by a point. Duffield with the tough job of kicking in. Look at that. Find a hole there if you can. Fyfe's got the 2-on-1. Martell kept him honest. Free kick will go to Fyfe, I think it is. No, it's going to go to Iverson. Neither of the players knew. And the umpire didn't know his name.
Well, Ross Lyon's gone with Crowley on Bartel. Bartel now coming off the ground. They've had a little win there. Bartel hasn't touched it this quarter. Crowley's had the 4 possessions.
Duffield down the line. Bradley and De Boer the target. Gee, De Boer perhaps look up at the ball just at the last moment there. Selwood, Kelly, a couple of the old crew getting involved. Podsiadsley, little one over the top. Hawkins has got some space, doesn't want to infringe here. The free kick was about to be paid anyway.
Zach Clark
Would have been front on Zach.
caught in no man's land.
The footy.
The umpire just saying it would have been a free kick anyway for front on contact, but Zach really pushed hard to try and get to the ball and then got stuck 30 metres on his own. Left Tommy Hawkins out the back, and this is the easiest uncontested mark Tom's had for what?
He's kicked 2, Hawkins. Line up for his third here. 20 gone, said the umpire. Must start your run up before it hits 30. Hawkins very deliberate. Not a lot of momentum in his run. He skied that one a little high and offline. He got a little too close to the man on the mark.
Yeah, he did. He went way too close to the man on the mark. And when you do that, you generally hook the ball to the left as a right footer. And that's what happened for Tommy Hawkins then. Needed a little bit more momentum through that, says Peter McKenna up here.
Richo, you kicked a lot of goals, Richo. Missed a couple, but you kicked a lot. How much? 880 or something. Very good. Pav. Selwood. And Motlop. Been impressive, Motlop. That's a great kick to Podsiadly as well. Couldn't quite get on the end of it. And now Johnson. Fremantle, as this full-on press from Geelong arrives. And now they've got a hard act to get it out.
And this was where Sandilands was marking.
Main may have put a little hand in the back. No free there. Hunt to Selwood, to Mackie, and back to Selwood. Through the middle. Corey now gets a piece of it as well. Kept running. Taylor Hunt did well. Beautiful little kick to Mackie. And Mackie will go back and have every chance of kicking this one.
Put his hand up, Andrew Mackie, and just saying capable of doing this. Going to take his time and really do up the laces and go back. We had a great shot there before, Richo, of the press and the zone that the Cats are able to just force Fremantle to error at the moment. And that's a pattern of the game that will really suit Geelong.
It is. They squeeze you into 1/4 of the ground. And early in the game, Sandilands was able to take those marks and break it open. But unless you take a contested mark, you can't get out of it.
Andrew Mackie directly in front from right on 50. Sprayed it to the right. Hawkins wanted a free for hold of the arm there in that contest. Cameron Ling on the boundary.
You guys are touching on the press up there, and what I've noticed in football already in round 1 is that teams aren't taking any risks when their opposition teams have got the press really well set up. A lot of long kicks, just like this one now. Long to a contest. Try and win the ball there. Great mark by Jimmy Bartel, though.
Was indeed. Bartel sees a little opening. The kick was a little short in the end. Now Ballantyne is hemmed in. He's corralled there by Johnson. Got the handball away. Had to nurse to kick Johnson. Back to Ballantyne. Crowley will need to get rid of it here or he'll get pinged for sure. Umpire lenient.
Thank you, boys. Good contest.
Chapman politely asks the question.
Yeah, give me room. Give me room.
Good bounce by the umpire. Sandilands with the clear hand on it. Bartel got it through. Now Duffield should have got the handball off to Johnson. Missed him in the end. Now has to go to the contest. De Boer. This time it was better. And that's 50. Enright touched him after he marked it.
That's the formula for the Dockers. If they can get someone to take a contested mark, it breaks open the Geelong defensive structure.
That ball was not kicked far enough in front of Pavlich. It was kicked to him rather than the space he wanted to end up in. Poor kick by De Boer. Scarlett, incorrect disposal. Mazangu kicks the goal. The advantage is paid and the Dockers get one.
Oh, now that's...
Scarlo has just dropped Hayden Ballantyne.
You can't punch him in the head. It's your free kick. You can't strike him in the face. I'm telling you, we'll do it all day long. Yes.
So you heard the umpire. Let's have a look at it.
Wait.
Oh, jeez. I don't know whether he got him in the face or whether he got him in the chest.
Reported for striking. Unacceptable. No. Go back and take the kick. Yes. It's okay.
Oh, they got him with a quick left hook.
That's a little left jab to the head. There it is.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's going to be... That's the best shot of it I've seen, and that's going to be weeks.
That's what Ballantyne does, and Scarlo's got a fuse that can blow at times. Cameron Ling will tell us about it.
Very surprised by Matthew Scarlett there, though, boys. He usually doesn't carry on with any of that nonsense. Hayden Ballantyne sucks the boys in again. Scotty will be fuming.
Ballantyne lines up for goal, kick around the goal. He's got it. They get the 2 out of it here. They've kicked 3 in a row and it's on. They come at Chapman here now. It is on here. Ballantyne has got into the heads of a couple.
And he went again, Ballantyne. He kicked it, he ran straight to Chapman and tried again to suck the Geelong defenders in. And they were good enough and smart enough this occasion to let him go.
To this bloke's credit, he has got under their skin big time tonight. Even the coach had a word to him coming off at half-time. He has got them all sucked in at the moment. And that is, it's not going to be good for Scarlo.
Well, the vision shows it very cleanly. There's nothing we can do to help Matthew Scarlett on that. I mean, that's a match review decision, and it's as simple as that.
Yeah, it'll be a strike to the head. Absolutely nothing clearer than that, but, well, that's changed the whole dimension of this game.
The electricity, the buzz in this ground at the moment as Zach Dawson bumbles one on the chest is unbelievable. The Purple Haze are sensing a victory against last year's premiers, or are they, as Bartel will line up within his range.
Haven't seen that in footy for a while, just a straight out little jab like that to the head.
Well, Zach Dawson, you just got to play the percentages and within your limitations. Actually pumping him up pre-game for doing that. That's not the moment to go the miracle kick across ground. Just had to bring that down the line and use this momentum their way.
Play within your capabilities. Bartel from outside the arc. He slots it home in a steadier for the Cats. Good response. Cameron Ling, we've got a new player on the ground.
Big cheer for Michael Barlow, who's just come on as the substitute. The crowd absolutely love him. Clancy Pearce, the man who's been subbed off.
Got the red vest, Taz Pearce. Barlow, ball magnet. Assumption College, you've heard it all before. A gun, recovering from that leg. 12 months last year, of course, and played a few games. Duffield. Tendai gets it out to McPhee. Drilling ball to Pavlich over the top. Zach Clark is running the feet off Mackie. Couldn't believe that Mackie couldn't go with him. Zach Clark. Unbelievable.
Some sort of athlete, Zach Clark. There's Michael Barlow just come onto the ground, but it just feels like the momentum's coming the Dockers' way. They're starting to get some uncontested possessions.
Scarlett receiving the boos from the crowd. He's the villain now. Kick back in. Fyfe! Strong mark.
There's plenty happening off the ball here everywhere. Adam McPhee, he's getting involved. He's got dumped behind the play by Stevenson, the first gamer. We'll keep our eye on Ballantyne because he hasn't finished yet. He is loving the fact that he's been able to just suck in a few Geelong players.
Duffield now out of range. Kick to the top of the square. Here comes Sandlands, couldn't get a run at it. Little handball out to Barlow, around the corner. I told you he was a magnet. Unbelievable, Michael Barlow. 4 goals to 1 in this quarter for the Fremantle Dockers.
Great call, BT. What a story this man Michael Barlow is. His year in 2010 was just amazing. Coming back from a horrific injury. Let's have a look. Top left of your screen. There's McPhee, gets smashed behind the plate. Nothing too untoward in that, but there's a heat and an intensity here at Subiaco, the likes of which haven't seen here for a while. The crowd are involved, Richo. Ballantyne's still out there, and the Dockers have been able to come out and do what they wanted to do, and that's take the momentum back.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to go away tonight. They love this guy over here. The crowd has come right into the game now.
Oh,
they're making a lot of noise.
Unbelievable. Just gets the job done. Time and time again. Selwood. High tackle. It'll be come back to Selwood.
Go, Selwood. As you kick.
Have a look at this. He liked it. He liked it. Michael Barlow. The little wind-up finger and just the one finger up. Me, me, me.
A bit of me time's all right occasionally.
Boy, wow, we relayed free kick down the field.
It was late.
And Geelong will get a kick at goal.
You put in the ground. Thank you, Joel. Joel, you've got the free kick.
Let's just hope the umpires don't get involved too much as we listen to them now. Because you don't want to over-umpire this technically. We'll get a replay up of this free kick. My first glance was that not an enormous amount in this one, BT.
Did you hear that? The umpire said, Hayden, do that again, and I'll give a free kick. In other words, I think he was alluding to the fake. Hawkins, directly in front, 30 metres out. To stop the flow of the Fremantle Dockers, he misses to the right.
Well, just leant back on that one, Tommy. Just need to keep their head here, the Dockers. They've got the momentum. The crowd's behind them. Just don't want to do anything stupid.
1 goal 3 from set shots. This quarter are the Cats. Missed a couple directly in front, I might add. Johnson, McPhee didn't go. West didn't get it. Zungu. Mackie waits to come back on, so does Christensen. So I think, is that a sub being activated there, Lingy, in front of you with Christensen?
It is, BT. Alan Christensen's waiting to come on with maybe Paul Chapman, who's coming from the ground now, but I'll let you know who is being subbed off.
Oren Stevenson is the red vest. He's been subbed out of the game there, Lingy.
Thank you, mate.
Little kick by Bartel to West. He played on, so Duffield can follow through with the tackle. Selwood's there. They're desperate. Duffield, great ball one. Barlow, Ballantyne, bounce on the wing. Kepler Bradley unloaded. Taylor Hunt as well in a legal shepherd. Gotta like this game at the moment.
Oh, there's plenty happening. That was a great bump there from Big Kepler. Just didn't see it coming. It was a fair hit on Taylor Hunt, as you called, BT. But all around the ground. Look at this. Well done, Ballantyne. Good block. Just a bigger, stronger man put him to ground.
Just a fair shepherd. 5 metres. Was in 5 metres. Great shepherd.
Barlow again with the hard ball win. Both sides activated the sub. The pod elevates. Dawson with a clever punch. Johnson with a lethargic style to Mellington. Handball wide. I told you it'd bust open eventually for this man. The open space. The kick a little too heavy for Pav.
Yeah, disappointing result there. Pav was out by a couple of metres. He went back towards the goal square. Turned Lonergan around and led back at the ball.
Taylor's kick smothered by a couple. One of those Ballantyne, the other Duffield, or Mellington it might have been. Now Stokes has got some space. Bradley and McPhee close on him. Plenty of time for Stokes. Found Christensen, the activated sub for the Cats. Right on the logo, Motlop. Motlop winds up, goes the spearing ball, magnificent ball it was to the pod. Should have marked it in the hands, didn't. Stokes to Johnson. Can he kick it on the left? Around the corner as only Stevie J can. Stevie Johnson has gold against the Tide.
Is the old master, Stevie J. It was a mark the pod really should have taken. Fremantle defenders just didn't get back and given us support. There's too much space, and if you give that man just half a metre, he is a genius.
Unbelievable, under enormous pressure, Stevie J. Free kick, Fremantle. Sandlands has got it. Hands it to Crowley. How casual was that? Hill went before he had it. Crowley to tidy up to Johnson. Johnson missed the target. There's Mellington. Tried to tap it, but Valentine had already gone past.
It's a little sloppy there from the Dockers and a little too casual from Sandilands. They needed to just focus in a bit more. They had the opportunity to go forward inside 50 and a little clumsy.
Well, he's seen off one, Sandilands. Oren Stevenson has gone, been subbed out of the game. He's now got West to deal with. Lovely chip kick to Main. Main sees not a lot.
Perhaps a 1-on-1 down here, BT, if they can get it to him.
Kepler Bradley on the bike. Here comes Harry Taylor. Protected the zone nicely. Guthrie in the De Boer tackle. Bradley went back and got it again. Lonigan pounced on by De Boer and Motlop to save them all. He's clever, highly skilled. Hunt to Chapman. Centre half back. Got some space. Duncan escorting the ball down here as Christensen. Podsiadly could have gone to Hawkins. Went with a left foot centering kick. Great stuff, and Stokes will line up for a pretty easy shot. He plays on, kicking to the square. Uncontested goal for Hawkins. And Hawkins kicks his third.
This is a great passage of play by Geelong, but it's a bit of a symptom of where the game's going at the moment. It's becoming more uncontested. Players are starting to get out in space. All of the players are tired. That was a great decision by Podsiadly. Could have gone to Hawkins, but went deep to the top of the square.
Tired. They look exhausted here at the moment from both sides.
A little concerning for me from a Fremantle point of view, because with the tiredness has been their inability to get back and team defend, and that's Ross Lyons' imprimatur. He'll always make sure that he defends well first, and just starting to unravel a little bit here for the Dockers.
All right, well, let's see if they can regain their composure, because they're playing the reigning premiers, who apply more pressure than any other side.
And I think Chris Scott could obviously sense the game was potentially opening up a little bit, and I think that would have been why they took one of the ruckmen out of the game, get some more run onto the ground now that players are getting tired and it's opening up.
Barlow. Quick handball from Broughton. There's Mackie. Just trying to advance it. McPhee did well in the body contest with Johnson. Adam McPhee from the wing. It's a wide ball. And Mackie tried to shipper it over. It bounced in the field of play.
Saw a lot in 2011, this Geelong side, the champion side that they are, that just find a way, regardless of what's happening in the game, to win. They won so many close games early last year. this is it tonight again. They haven't started well. They've been challenged. They've had this man take it up to them. Can they again find a way?
Valentine hooks the ball around. I tell you what, it almost happened from that pocket where it seems to carry more than any other. 4.5 minutes remain in the third quarter, and scores a level.
Well, Christensen was the sub, and he's only been on the ground for 5 minutes or so, but he's already had 4 possessions. I think it was a good timing of that sub by Chris Scott.
Guthrie had an iffy kick with the first one from full back, and that one wasn't so good either. High tackle, I would thought, on Christensen there.
Wouldn't it be nice, Stars, to come on halfway through the third when everyone's tired and you're still fresh? And that's what he's doing. He's giving them a little spark.
Tell you what, I think their freshest man, Christensen, may have got a ripper corky there as well. That would not be good. He's coming straight from the ground, is Christensen, heading straight to the bench. You can see it just in the foreground. There he is, and he's in some trouble.
Got a 50 in the meantime, BT. West, again, the player's not adjusting to the fact that if you lay a half a fingernail on after the mark's been taken, instant 50.
Now, Johnson can kick the journey from here, boys.
This will be his 10th possession for the quarter, Johnson. He has had some sort of impact.
Winds up from 55. Elevation important. It's going to go right to the line. Bradley touches it. Oh, he went to Jackie Chan, Valentine, and didn't mind taking a head with it if he missed.
If you're an opposition player, I can understand why you'd want to punch him as hard as you could. But I love him. I love the way he goes about it. He's in your face. Got to keep an eye on him taking a dive every now and then. But he's provided so much excitement tonight.
Got a lot of Mandra in him, Das. Got to be tough in Mandra. Barlow, Johnson around the corner. Plenty of Geelong defenders. Harry Taylor. Mackie was there. Thought he was driven forward by Valentine. Scarlett under pressure. Mark taken by Ibbotson.
He won't be able to go the journey from here, I would have thought, BT. Be right on his range.
Well, have a look at the guys on his left and right. Duffield wants it. And neither can get a decent run at it.
No movement in front of him. Nobody leading at the ball at all.
Exhausted they are, Richo. Ibbotson skies a high ball. It'll be offline to the right, so the Dockers by 2 points.
That was just a classic sign.
Look at that. Valentine. Fair dinkum.
He'd have a fair highlights package tonight without even having a touch of the football. Valentine, he's had a bit of everything.
He is just a bundle of enthusiasm. Duncan's got to go here. Strong overhead. And caught one just on the back of the noggin. Just in the slow play here. 2.5 minutes remain. Selwood. Ibbotson. Dawson. Duffield. De Boer. Main. Long handball. Tendai Mazungu. Caught. Fyfe. They start again. An opportunity. Subban. Low one. Umpire said play on. De Boer thinks it's a mark. They think it's a mark. Why wasn't it a mark? Let's have a listen.
The ball was touched, sorry. You didn't hear it, okay. Tackle's going to be legal.
There it is.
The ball was touched back here.
It's a good, clear explanation, but let's have a look at where the touch was. It wasn't touched at all. It was a shank. The umpire, in his own mind, got it right, but there's no hand on that footy. Players knew it.
De Boer off. Subban caught. They were awake up to the Cats. Can they make them pay? Good ball to Motlop.
Stokes is broken.
He has. If Motlop can get it over the top, Stokes can go all the way. He marks, doesn't play on. And we'll line up 25 out directly in front. You picked it, Richo.
I'll tell you what, the handball off just wasn't on. He just had to get it inside 50.
You know, I reckon on this, there's a big responsibility on the player calling for it as well, Nick Subban. You've got to have the awareness. If you get a big, loud call, you instinctively give it. Subban should never have called for it.
No doubt.
Big play this.
Subban, I think, as a result of that tackle on him, is coming from the ground limping. As Stokes misses from point-blank range, unbelievably, Subban has gone to the bench in trouble.
Sure, we've had some cracking games in the last 3 nights. Intensity of AFL footy now. It just seems to have gone up another level. I know it's round 1 and everyone's excited and fresh, but such a quick game.
Zach Clark. Great mark. Doc, just an update. There seems to be injuries left, right and centre. What do you know?
Yeah, well, Subin at the moment's getting his right ankle checked. They were going to ice him up. They're just checking the moment the little fibula bone on the outside where he may have got a knock. So just down, laid out on the right side. But he should be all right, I think, Brian.
There's a good shot, BT, of the Geelong press that they have been able to affect so well over the last 6 or 7 years. At times, the Dockers have penetrated it well. At other times, it's been a real battle.
Had it on a string hill. De Boer around the corner. Harry Taylor will cut this off. We've got 30 seconds left. Geelong look to escort the ball down the ground. Selwood to Kelly. Dawson with a good tackle. Smets still in line for a score here, the Cats. Chapman's got Clark to deal with.
Liked him a lot tonight, BT. Big Zach Clark. There's a chance to build a ribbing combination here with Sandilands gets up and running and it gets a bit more game time. It's a real, I suppose, light and shade. Clark's going to give you athleticism and run and ability to try and take the game on, and you just get the monster in Sandilands.
Fremantle at three-quarter time by 1 point in a game, as you can see the players' hands on hips, exhausted. The fans are cheering like no other, and we have got a ripper last quarter. Stay with us. Can Fremantle hang on, or will it be the reigning premiers come over the top? You get the feeling it's going to open up a little. Fremantle by a point at three-quarter time.